So it's a big day for Shimano with the launch of not one, but two 12-speed mechanical drop bar group sets. In this video, we are talking exclusively about the new 105 R7100 group set. Give you the price, the weight, all the changes and details, and what it costs on a bike, both a Canyon Ultimate and a Giant TCR. But that's not the only group set launched today. There's also GRX, their gravel bike group set, which you can see behind me on a lovely Topstone Lab 71 frame. I've actually been riding this for the last few weeks, and there's a detailed review video on this bike and that group set linked down below and hopefully floating in the card above my head somewhere. So that's launch. If you're a gravel bike fan, go watch that video, definitely one for you. But if you're all about road bikes and you want a mechanical group set and you're not into electronics, well, keep watching. Loads to talk about, loads to get excited about for sure. And great to see that while Shimano have entirely focused on electronic Di2 group sets with Dura-Race and Ultegra at the top end, what the pros race and ride, it's great to see they aren't abandoning mechanical group sets and offering the price conscious, the value focused consumer a real viable option, giving us that 12-speed technology but at a lower price point. I will be riding this new 105 group set in a few weeks time, and if you want to see my first impressions and review of that group set and how it compares to other group sets on the market right now, then make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Your support helps me do videos like this. Anyway, let's dive in, take a look at all the details and see what's what. So this is a 12-speed group set that brings 105 onto the same page as Dura-Race, Ultegra and 105 Di2, which launched last year. It's a disc brake only group set as well, and that is something I know will upset lots of people who might have recently expected a rim brake version of the group set, but shows how popular and how important disc brakes are to the bike industry. So let me know how you feel about that by leaving a comment down below if you haven't already. So the big deal with 105 mechanical 12-speed is the price, and in a nutshell, it's cheaper than their electronic version. So 105 Di2 launched last year with a retail price of £1,700. This new group set is just over £1,000, so a big chunk of money cheaper, and really shows the savings you can get by choosing mechanical. And it's fantastic that Shimano is still offering a mechanical group set and bringing it onto 12-speed technology introduced with Dura-Race and Ultegra a few years ago. And means if you don't want to spend big bucks on electronic group sets, or you don't really want electronics for the usability and the battery technology, we have a solid, reliable mechanical option here, which can save a lot of money, both on a group set and, as we'll see later, when you buy a complete bike. The prices I've seen so far are very enticing indeed. And that new price isn't much more than what 11-speed mechanical 105 cost when it launched back in 2018. That had a retail price of £800, so it's only gone up by £200, and we've had the pandemic and supply issues since then, so I think it's a fairly reasonable price increase given everything that has gone on in the world over the last few years, and it's still definitely an affordable group set. And there's nothing else to really compare 105 mechanical to. SRAM's most affordable mechanical shifting group set is their new Apex, which actually costs the same money, about £1,000, but that is a one-by only group set and aimed at gravel and adventure riding with big range cassettes, a 1044 and a 1051, so not the 2-by option we had with 105. Definitely more of a traditional road bike group set and not really going after the gravel bike market because they have GRX for that category. So the main changes with the group set are the fact it makes a jump from 11 to 12 speed, just as we've seen with Dura-Race, Ultegra and 105 Di2 last year. Whether you really need the 12 sprocket depends on your point of view, but with the two cassettes they are offering, 1134 and 1136, what it means is you can have a nice wide range cassette with big climbing gears at one end and have a nice smooth progression through the gear ratios from the small sprocket to the big sprocket. With 11, 10 or 9 speed trying to offer a wide range of gears whilst maintaining fairly sensible jumps between the sprockets is really tough. So going to 12 and maybe even like 13 or 14 or 15 down the line, if that ever happens, means you can have that big range cassette and nice smooth steps. And for all you people who complain about one-by having too big a gap between different gears, well, this is a benefit of going 12 speed on a wide range cassette. And that 1136 cassette is simply massive compared to what we had 10 or 15 years ago, and shows the progression and evolution of gears designed to appeal to normal cyclists with real world levels of fitness who aren't pros. Shimano have been slow here compared to SRAM in offering sensible gearing for those of us who need all the help on the climbs we can get. But then the other main change are in the shifters, the hoods, which are mechanical with hydraulic disc brakes. The rest of the group set is essentially the same as 105 Di2 launched last year. So the cassette, the chain, the disc brake calipers and the rotors, and of course the chain set. And the chain set comes in two options, a 50-34 compact and a 52-36. So a nice range of options to complement those two cassettes. And now that we have a 12-speed mechanical group set, there is the option to mix and match as well. So stick with 105 shifters and the front and rear derailleurs, and then maybe go to Ultegra or Dura-Ace cassette, chain, brake calipers, and of course a chain set if you want to go for sort of a high-end mechanical version, because that's the only way to get a high-end mechanical group set these days. If you use 105 shifters and mix and then upgrade the other components on that bike. That's something I don't think many people will do, but I'm sure a few people might go custom and go that route. Let's talk about the weight, and here is a big benefit of mechanical shifting over electronic shifting. So the new group set will weigh just over 2,600 grams. I'll put the list of all the component weights on the screen now so you can see for yourself what Shimano is claiming for different components. And that weight compares really well. It's lighter than 105 Di2, which is nearly 3 kilos, and that's about the same as SRAM Rival Access, and really shows the benefit of not having batteries and motors on your group set. And it's lighter even than Ultegra 12-speed Di2, which is very impressive, but Dura-Ace Di2 is still lighter at just over 2.5 kilos. And I can definitely see some people choosing 105 mechanical over not just 105 Di2, but also Ultegra Di2 if they are a weight weenie. If you're the sort of person who weighs out your food in the morning, this might be the group set for you. All the talk of weight and price is all very well if you're buying the group set on its own and build it onto a frame yourself, which I know some people will do, but it's most likely anybody looking at a new group set will be buying a complete bike off the shelf ready to go. Now, in preparation for making this video ahead of today's embargo, I don't have much info or much visibility on what bikes will look like with the new group set, but Canyon and Giant have kindly shared me some details of the bikes they'll be offering on launch day today with the new group set, and the prices, let me tell you, are very appealing indeed. So Canyon will be offering their Ultimate CF SL7 bike, their race bike with the lower grade of carbon fiber, still a very good race bike with loads of upgrade potential, whether you're racing or doing sporties. And with this new group set will retail for £2,700, and that is a really strong price point, and that is more or less the same price as they were offering the same bike with the older 11-speed 105 mechanical group set, which lots of manufacturers have still been using for the last year. Even though I don't think Shimano are still manufacturing it, there's plenty of stock out there. And then Giant will be offering its TCR Advance 2 with the group set for £2,500, and that is really damn good too. And with that Canyon CF SL7 costing £2,700, it compares really well to other bikes it offers this bike with. So currently on their website they are listing this same CF SL7 with the 105 Di2 group set, and it costs £4,000, nearly £4,000. So same bike, same wheels, but with the electronic Di2, it's a big price increase. And that really shows the advantage of this new mechanical 105 group set. And I think looking forward, kind of doing some crystal ball here, I expect, as with old 105 mechanical back in its heyday a few years ago before the pandemic, that a typical price range for a bike with 105 12 speed to range from about £2,500, which we're seeing right now, up to say £4,000. And that depends on the frame material, so carbon, titanium, aluminium, and then the finishing kit, so the wheels, carbon fiber or aluminium, and the other parts on the bike. And in the past, we always saw 105 really spreading across a wide range of price points, and I expect that to be the same case here with the new 12-speed stuff. So there we go, a really exciting day if you're not a fan of electronic group sets, you don't want batteries and motors on your road bike. We have a really solid, sensible, well-priced and lightweight mechanical group set. And it's a shame there's no rim brake option, but that is the way the world is going. It's all about disc brakes. I mean, I don't mind that, to be honest. I like disc brakes personally, but I know lots of people will miss the rim brake option. Whether that comes in the future remains to be seen, but I doubt it. I think if they were launching rim brakes, they would have announced it today. And it's great to see Shimano still supporting mechanical. And 105 is still a high-end group set in the grand scheme of things. Yes, it's mid-range compared to Dura-Ace and Ultegra, but when Shimano bread and butter is Tiagra and Sora and so on, 105 is still a reasonably expensive mid-range aspirational group set. So to offer that mechanical version at a price that's a lot lower than Di2 is really good to see. And hopefully, well, I don't think it'll happen, but I see if SRAM or Campag kind of follow suit and offer some nice mid-range mechanical group sets to try and bring the prices of bikes down to a more reasonable level, because bike prices have gone crazy over the last few years, and I think the group set might help to rebalance the state of play right now. But I'm sure there'll be loads of interesting 105 bikes launched over the next few days and weeks, and as I said earlier, I will be riding a group set very soon, and if you want to see a review on that, then make sure you subscribe to the channel by hitting the button on screen right here somewhere. And if you want to see a video of this new GRX, then watch the video right up here. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon.